that I can't. Gotta get this screw. This is a screwdriver. I do have. Here's another screwdriver. Let me use this one here. No, not that screw. Excuse me, before we get to this math lesson, I've got to figure out how to get the screw out of this board. I've got all these screwdrivers, I got all these tools, but my problem is this screw right here. And the problem is they're all screwdrivers, but this one's not. Oh, this one. The right tool for the right job. Oh, look at that. I did it. Just because my toolbox had all these screwdrivers, and they all are screwdrivers, and eventually I could have figured out a way to get this guy out with this screwdriver. I would have just made some weird angle on it, but really what I had to do was really do some thinking and go into my toolbox and get the correct tool for the job at hand. That's what this math lesson's about. Using the correct tool for the correct job when you're multiplying decimals. So we need to think about these tools when we're doing tonight's homework and multiplication in general. Tonight's homework is 4-8. Lots of decimal multiplication, but there's a whole bunch of different styles. And when you're doing multiplication, you have this huge toolbox of ideas that we've discussed over the past couple months. Let me refresh your memory. First of all, we did just a regular, like an algorithm type, like if we did 43 times 21, just lining it up pretty much standard like that. That works for some people some of the time. All the people, not all the time, it just works. We've also discussed doing it kind of like this. 43 times 21. This is one of my personal favorites. I actually like doing this method. That's actually my favorite method. We've also discussed, whoa, look at that one, that's a messy one. We could do another method we've learned over the years is you could do 43 times 21 and do kind of this broke up box here. They're all the same. You're going to come up with the same product no matter how you line up your factors. It's just like saying this is a screwdriver, this is a screwdriver, this is a screwdriver, this is a screwdriver. They're all screwdrivers, correct. For this job, I'm going to use this screwdriver. For this job, I'm going to use this screwdriver. For this job, and so you just have to keep in mind, you got this toolbox full of all these different methods that we've discussed. My favorite one, but this is the one your parents learned, and this is another one. And then you're going to have to decide which tool am I going to use for the particular problem I have. Okay, one other tool. So we learned about how to multiply. Could be box method, could be standard algorithm. We also need to keep in mind our properties. Another thing that's going to be very helpful to you is a commutative. Oh my gosh. Commutative property. I know that's pretty darn sloppy. Commutative property of multiplication. There's commutative property of addition as well, but today commutative property of multiplication is in our toolbox, and all that says is, well, I know that 5 times 3 is the same as 3 times 5, which means I'm allowed to flip-flop them or make them commute to suit my purpose. So we got 15 this way and 15 this way. Let's say, oh my gosh, I don't know my 3's tables very well. I don't know how to do 3 times 5. But I know 5 times 3 in my head. You can use the commutative property of multiplication to solve that. So part of your toolbox not only are your screwdrivers, like your algorithm, your box method, your lattice method, also part of your toolbox are your properties. Commutative property of multiplication is going to be very helpful tonight. Okay, I was just informed that my last couple slides were upside down. Hopefully I've fixed this for you. I'm sure you can deal with it. It will be no problem. Let's take a look at a couple of the homework problems tonight. One of them that I'm going to use will be problem number 1, and then we'll take a look at, I don't know, how about problem number 9? Look at those two, and then you'll be off on your own on the rest. And I'm going to use different tools to solve both of these different problems. Let's take a look here. I'm going to get rid of my commutative property board. For the first problem, number 1, we're going to do 4 2/10 times 8 1/10, and what I've been teaching the kids, I just moved it from vertical to horizontal. First, we're going to take a look at the powers of 10. We do have 2 decimal points, but it moves over 1 power of 10 here and 1 power of 10 here, so in the end there's going to be 2 powers of 10. I want to use my, let's see, I'm going to use this screwdriver today. This one's going to be 42 times 81. I like this method for these double-digit problems. Not too bad. So all we got to do is 8 times 4 is 32, and 2 zeros, 2 powers. 8 times 2 is 16, and 1 0. 4 times 1 is 4, 40. 2 times 1 is 2. And then I just take my partial products and add them. So 3,360. You could have added on the side if you need to. And 42. Now I take those 2 partial products, add them together again. I got a 2. 6 plus 4 is 10. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4. So now I got this 4,402. Just can't forget that back up here I had 2 powers of 10. So down here I will also have 2 powers of 10. Remember, when you multiply, you move the powers to the left. And our correct product would be 44 and 2/100ths. So in my toolbox, I chose to use this method. Is that the only method? No, I could use any of these screwdrivers. I chose to use this one. Okay, so let's look at the second problem, number 9. Let's see, I'll do 0.060. Okay, 0.066 times 5 7/10. Now I'm going to think about this one here. This has got all kinds of different things going on. I'm going to choose a different tool. First of all, I don't want to draw boxes with this one. It doesn't look good to me. And second of all, I want to use my commutative property because I would rather have this number first. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, the commutative property of multiplication says I can switch to whatever I want. So first thing I want to do is get rid of my decimals and just think about whole numbers. So I've got 2 powers of 10 here and 1 power of 10 here. And then, as I look at it, this could easily be 57 times 6. So you see, I took a different screwdriver this time. I don't want to do the box method with a number like this, and I don't want to do 6 times 57. I don't want to do this. I don't like that one. It just doesn't feel right to me. Could I do it? Yeah. Could I use this screwdriver if I wanted? Sure, but it'll be harder. So I'm going to use my commutative property, and then I'm going to use my knowledge of powers of 10 to boil it down to this problem. Now it's fairly easy. 6 times 7, 42. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 4 is 34. So we have 342. Now, all we have to do is remember our powers of 10. 1, 2, 3. 3 powers of 10. So down here, 1, 2, 3. So my correct product for those two factors is 0.342. So for this particular one, I chose the tools of commutative property and standard algorithm. For my other problem, I chose a different screwdriver. I chose to do the box method. I like when I have double digits to do box method, and when I could boil down to single digits, I like to do algorithm. Don't get confused, don't get upset. These are your tools. Go in your toolbox, open it up, choose the correct one, and get your answers right.